Hello again. I'm guessing that most of us know that Labour is a party for those who have little respect for Britain and its traditions. People who wish to revolutionise the country and make it unrecognisable. Patriotism for this country among such folk tends to be eclipsed by globalism, the wish to be part of a wider progressive movement which transcends national borders and means that the interests of people in Gaza or Kashmir are at least as important as those of people living in Britain. This is the new way of thinking, of course, and it often goes hand in hand with frank contempt for the kind of thing which many older people hold precious, such as our army, navy and air force, and the sacrifices which they have made to preserve this country. That's why the cenotaph in London needs police protection from the mobs which sometimes sweep down Whitehall, whether they are Black Lives Matter protesters or people who seem more interested in the supposed rights of Palestinians than they are about citizens living here. The thumbnail to this video shows a young woman called Iman Less, and the gesture which she photographed and then posted on her social media. She is giving the middle finger, an obscene gesture with origins in America and similar to our V sign, and it is directed against the Crimean War Guards Memorial in London. This is a gratuitous insult to a war memorial, and most ordinary people would find it disgusting. As though that were not enough, she also made a video applauding the hooligan who climbed up onto the cenotaph during a Black Lives Matter protest march a few years ago. This young woman is dreadful, and even though all this information appeared in the newspapers before the local elections in Westminster a couple of years ago, she was still elected. She now sits on the council and is a member of several committees. In the description to this video, I give a link to a newspaper article about her. What I find intriguing about this is that the media in Britain frequently unearth what they claim to be racist or misogynist opinions expressed by candidates for Reform or the Conservative Party, often consisting of nothing worse than liking somebody else's tweet. Here, though, it's a deliberate and cold-blooded insult to the British Army, made in calculated and open fashion, and nobody really seems to care in the slightest. The person who photographed herself making an obscene gesture at a war memorial has been a councillor for a couple of years now in Westminster, and nobody's interested in her past. Quite a few of the local councillors elected last month fall into this same category, in that they make no secret of the fact that they despise Britain and all it stands for, and owe their first allegiance to a foreign country. Personally, I find that kind of thing far more offensive than the fact that somebody once liked a post on Facebook which could be construed as xenophobic. People who dislike our armed forces and insult them are, in my view, next door to being traitors to this country. It's my belief that the coming general election will see a raft of such characters elected to Parliament, which will mean that the House of Commons, our legislature, is going to be full of fifth columnists who do not really support this country and hold our institutions in contempt.